Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. This is D. Saraswati from Department of Management Studies, St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science for Women Hosur, and I am handling from the subject Human Resources Management. And today we are going to see content, demotion, meaning and definition, causes, separation and various forms of employee separation. Demotion. So demotion is just opposite to promotion. So promotion is from the lower level to the higher level. But whereas in the case of demotion, from the higher level to the lower level. So demotion refers to the lowering down of the status, salary and responsibilities of an employee. So it has been clearly stated that if the employee is having the demotion, so you'll have the low in status, salary as well as the responsibilities. Coming to the definition, demotion is a shift to a position in which responsibilities are decreased, but whereas in the case of a promotion, an increase in rank, and demotion is decrease in rank. Causes of demotion. There are several reasons for demoting a man from his current positions. So what are those? The first thing is inadequacy on the part of the employees in terms of job performance, attitude and capability. If the person is not doing a very well performing the job, or his attitude is not good, or is not having the capability, that time the demotion will happen. Demotion may result from organizational staff reductions. In some cases, when the organization goes for reduction in the staff, that time also they go for the demotion. It can be because of adverse business condition, or organization may decide to make layoff. Layoff can be a temporary or it can be on a permanent basis. But however, in such a cases, the demotion will be made. And third thing is, demotions may be used as disciplinary tools against errant employees. Even in some of the cases when the employees are violating the rules, in such a cases also the demotion can be made. And fourth, if there is a mistake in your staffing, that is a person is promoted wrongly, the person is not having a specified skill to do the particular job or is not qualified for that particular job, again it is a chance for people to make the demotion to an employee. Also, because of change in technology, methods and practices, old hands are unable to adjust, or when employees because of ill health or personal reason cannot do their job properly. In some cases, the people are unable to cope up to the change in technology, and most of the cases the old hand people, that is the people those who are working for a very long time in the organization, due to their health or they are unable to do any changes in technology, that time also the demotions will be made. Separation. So what is the meaning of separation? Employee separation refers to the end of an employee's working relationship within a company. So the employee will be separated from an organization. So when this will happen means when an employment contract has been completed, or an at-will agreement between an employer and employee. At-will agreement is nothing but there will be an agreement between the employer and employee. So once if the work job has been completed, the employer will terminate the employee, and the employee also voluntarily they have to make it off without making any questions to the employer. And coming to an definitions, separation is a negative recruitment. It may be in the form of resignation, dismissal or discharge, suspension, retrenchment or layoff. Let us see in detail each and every aspect. Various forms of employee separation. So in practice, employees may be separated or they may move out of the organization for a variety of reasons like retirement, resignation, suspension, discharge, dismissal and layoff. So let us see in detail each and every concept. The first thing is retirement. We all know these words. So the people once they attain at the age of 62, so we call it as a superannuation, or at the age of 58, the people will be retired from their job. So we also call that as an role-less role. So they have clearly defined is retirement is a major cause of separation of employees from the organization. So the employee will be going or moving out of an organization. So it is something like a termination of service of an employee when reaching at the age of superannuation. And the retirement may be of two types: compulsory retirement and voluntary retirement. The first thing is compulsory retirement. By the word itself it tells you when the employees retire compulsorily from the service when he attained the age of superannuation. So that time this can be made. But some of the organizations like the universities, they may have the policy to reappoint the professionals because of the rare of skills. So all the people will not possess the same skills. So in such a cases, the expertise people need to be stay back in the organization for a long time. So such a cases again they can be reappointed. and voluntary retirement. So this is a retirement. By the word itself it tells you voluntarily the retirement has been given to an employee by giving them lump sum payment, and it is also called as a golden handshake. So it has been clearly defined that when organization give opinion to its employees to retire even before superannuation, this is not after superannuation, before attaining the age of 58 or 62, the voluntary retirement will be given to an employees. And coming to the resignation, it is a termination of service by an employee by serving a notice called resignation on the employer. So this can be a voluntary or it can be involuntary. We all would have heard this word. But this voluntary resignation is when an employee himself decides to resign on the ground because of it can be a ill in health or in a marriage or better job prospect in some other organization. And coming to the third point, layoff. So it implies a denial of employment to an employee for the reason beyond the control of employer. It can be because of breakdown of machinery or any fluctuation in demand, seasonal fluctuation or shortage of power, raw materials, etc. These are some of the examples of layoff. This can be a permanent or temporary. And coming to the retrenchment, by the word itself it tells you retrenchment means reducing the size of an employee. So it's a permanent termination of an employee service due to some economic reason. It occurs on account of a surplus of staff or poor demand for the product or any economic slowdowns, etc. So it's worth noticing that termination of service on the account of the retirement, winding up of a business or any illness or any disciplinary ground, it does not constitute the retrenchment. And coming to the dismissal. Dismissal is the termination of service of an employee as a punitive measure. That means a punishment measures. So when an employee do any misconduct in an organization, this can be done. So it may occur either on account of unsatisfactory performance or misconduct. So persistent failure on the part of an employee to perform up to the expectation. So when the employee does not meet the expectation or specified standard is considered as unsatisfactory performance. So this willful violations of rules and regulations by the employee is treated as misconduct. This dismissal is a drastic step seriously impairing the hearing and image of the employee. So we would all know the words. Dismissal is not such a very easy and spontaneous thing, but when this happens, definitely it will spoil the career of an employee. Thank you. I hope so you would have understood the topic.